right after the end of Season 1, we've been working hard on working on Life is Strange 2 and on working together with Raoul, with Jean-Luc, with all the team to think of what do we want to do next after the first game.
It was a lot of discussion about what we want to do, stories we want to tell, and what kind of game Life is Strange could be.
Quite early, we admitted that we wanted to do something different, go with new story, new characters.
In the first game, we told the story of Max and Chloe, of course, but it was a whole story. It was a finished story for us.
We ask ourselves one question. If Life is Strange is becoming a series, what is its real DNA, you know? And the answer is, Life is Strange series is about everyday, relatable characters facing universal issues laced with a twist of the strange. When we figured this, we were so able to imagine the story of Life is Strange 2.
So Jean-Luc, Raoul, and Michel had a lot of ideas. It was really exciting to see what new story will be told in this new game.
Hey, perfect timing.
We decided so for this second season of Life is Strange to follow Sean and Daniel, two brothers.
They are living in Seattle, and after some terrible incidents, they are forced to flee their home.
Daniel, come on! We gotta go!
They will be on the road by themselves, and they will be trying to reach Mexico. And on top of that, there is some mystery, some supernatural elements that will happen during the journey, and the player will have to face.
The streets became his friend.
An important part of Season 2 is this travel aspect. They're fleeing, they're on a journey, and they need to advance and to move, and they cannot stay at one place.
Escapes the face.
This is something also we wanted to talk about, the fact that you are on your own in the wild, and you don't have any money anymore.
You become to be an outcast, you become to be somehow homeless, and how people will look at Sean and Daniel will be really different of how they will used to be when they were in Seattle.
And what happens when they have to go on the road and experience these adventures and force them to confront the world that they were sheltered by a bit. And Sean, as the big brother, has to be the mentor, teacher, father figure on their road adventure.
Can't even take care of myself. How am I supposed to take care of us out here?
As Sean, you're in charge now. You have to take care about your little brother Daniel.
I got you.
The choices you will make, of course, but also the way you behave, the dialogues you will choose. Every decision will have an impact on Daniel's behavior.
Spin your wrist when you throw.
I did it! I did it!
That was awesome.
It's about them becoming the people they're supposed to be. And of course, it's about the players' choices in making those characters who they are, and the player having that decision-making power over the characters, and then hopefully becoming part of them, with them, empathetically on their journey.
Sean, are we okay?
Don't worry. I'm right here.
There is also the overall aspect of the game, the visual, the music, the presentation, where we are keeping what we loved for the first game and making that evolve with working on better visuals and evolving the technology, but still keeping every aspect of the artistic direction, for example, of the first game.
We wanted to keep the same. I want people to see Life is Strange 2 and feel the vibes of Life is Strange 1. So we want to improve the look of the game, like more detail, more assets in the game, more assets in the scene.
Daydreams linger for time and time to let go.
And now we have more experience, so we can focus on more interesting things. The first thing, of course, is to increase the animation's quality in the entire game. So it's coming from the body animation with more detail and also have a more higher quality for the facial animation.
Come on, we can't stop here.
But my feet really hurt. These shoes suck. And we've been walking for 4 days.
This is a real adventure, right? So, come on, let's hit the trail. Seriously.
So the body actors are French actors that are living here in Paris, so we do motion capture with them, and they add a lot to the body language and to, of course, the rhythm of the scene, everything that we shoot with them in motion capture.
Voice actors are extremely important for a game like Life is Strange, where there is a lot of dialogues, a lot of scenes with characters talking. So finding the good voice cast for Sean and Daniel was extremely important. We did a lot of castings, did a lot of auditions, and we are really lucky, I think, to find the two boys for Sean and Daniel. Their name is Gonzalo Martin for Sean and Roman George for Daniel.
Daniel, come on, man.
Okay, I'll do it.
I didn't know Roman before Life is Strange. We met here on the studio. A little kid came into the room while I was recording, and they say, we're gonna do dual mic now, so he's your little brother. Really cool kid, had a lot of fun working with him, and he really has Daniel inside of him.
What do I say?
Just be yourself. I mean, don't tell them that we're campers, though.
When me and Gonzalo work in scenes together, I think both of us, help each other get our emotions out. I really enjoy working on Life is Strange 2. It's fun, amazing. It's really cool for voiceover. Personally, it's one of my favorite things I've ever done in my acting career. Ooh, this is way better than the one back in the woods.
Yeah, it is, right?
Where are you guys off to now?
South, I guess.
Right on. See you later.
For the first Life is Strange, music was really, really important. It was a mix between Jonathan Morelli music for the score and licensed tracks. We wanted to continue this way, but with small changes also.
We wanted something a little different from the original one, something more electronic with a bit more processed sound and more rhythm in the music. The music is evolving all along the game, which was something we didn't do on Life is Strange 1. It brings something to the player and also to the character of the game.
Yeah, we can't wait for the player to experience Sean and Daniel's journey, and we hope they will enjoy Life is Strange 2.
Tag your ass and run. You're it.
No way, not fair.
Whatever.
Okay, I'm a zombie, and I'm gonna eat you. Blah!
Hello there, Life is Strange YouTube. I'm back once again with our very special guests, Roman George and Gonzalo Martin, the voices of Daniel and Sean Diaz. So today we're gonna chat to you guys a little bit about Sean and Daniel, but also about you guys and get to know the people behind the voices of Life is Strange 2.
We're the Wolf Brothers. Let's teach this machine a lesson, right?
Yes.
Go get him, little brother.
Let's start off with your favorite moment from the episode so far. That could be either just during the game or during your guys' experience of voicing your characters.
I like when bloopers happen because they're really funny. And when Phil laughs, it's super funny. Yeah, I like the bloopers. I think the bloopers are amazing and really funny.
Who does more bloopers, you or Gonzalo?
Oh, Phil would know that answer, but I think...
Can we get a shout out, Phil? Who does more bloopers out of these guys?
Both.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I think probably like I mess up quite a lot. I mess up with the language and the tongue twisters, and I also am always 5 steps ahead of myself. So just gotta slow down, bring up the volume, and what was the other one, Phil? Slow it down. Slow it down, yeah. Slow it down.
Can we get you to say Puerto Lobos?
In what? Okay.
In the classic Sean Diaz way, because everyone loves it so much.
Daniel, we gotta go to Puerto Lobos.
Hey, I love it. I love it. It's so, so cool.
Puerto Lobos, Mexico.
When was the first time you actually saw your character? Was it in a trailer? Was it, in the VO booth? Was it concept art? Can you remember the first time you actually saw Daniel Diaz and Sean Diaz?
In my first session, I went in, did my lines, and the second session I went back in and they showed me a little preview of what the scene looked like.
Cool.
And I think that was the first time I actually saw my character.
Right,
and
okay.
I was like, he looks a lot like me.
Yeah, you guys actually do look very similar in both of your characters.
Wow, you really got, I didn't get all that. I didn't know I was working on Life is Strange until like a month before it came out. After I had done a lot of recording sessions, then they finally allowed me to see a little glimpse of, what are we doing? And they showed me a concept art of Sean, but just a picture. And I was like, oh, cool, it kind of looks like my headshot, like just a little bit, different. And they're like, yeah, I mean, it's not based off of you. Don't get any wrong ideas. It was weird the first time. I was like, oh, okay, so that's not me. And then later they showed me a little bit of the scene that we had recorded months prior.
I always see comments from people saying, is Gonzalo cosplaying as Sean or is Sean cosplaying as Gonzalo? You guys look too similar. This is interesting. So this is more kind of based on your survival skills. Obviously you guys, your characters have to survive out in the wild. But if you were in the similar situation, would you be able to make a fire? Would you be able to look after yourself, battle the elements, sleep outside in a cave? Do you think you'd be able to do all that kind of stuff?
This is a great question, actually. I love going outdoors, surfing, skating. I like camping. I like fishing. I like hunting, everything. Actually, recently I went to Mammoth for a camping trip with my neighbor, and we had to start our own fire. We had to do a lot of stuff. We even caught food via... Nice. Yeah.
I would be able to survive as well. We'd make a good team, definitely. Just like him, I'm very outdoorsy, like being in nature, just being prepared for anything. And I will say that having played Sean definitely got me, more into thinking about your characters going through this. How ready are you if this happens to you? So I definitely got more into the mindset of getting ready for if something happens.
In episode 2, Sean and Daniel have to basically survive off ravioli in the cabin. Is there one canned food that you guys could eat for 3 meals a day?
I'm gonna have to go with canned beans or canned corn.
Okay.
Canned corn. I like corn no matter what. This is not really canned, but I like military food. In the bags, they're actually really good.
Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, the survival food nowadays is just as good as restaurant food. Honestly, I'm not kidding. I mean, nothing from a can is probably good 3 times a day for 3 weeks.
We're all good with surviving in the outdoors and making fires, but canned food, nah. No. Throughout Life is Strange 2, you guys go on a bit of a road trip and a journey and you see all these different places. But is there one place in Life is Strange 2 that you'd want to go to in real life if you haven't already?
I'd love to go to Portland. I mean, I was blown away by the landscapes and the settings of the first episode. Definitely made me want to go check it out sometime. The rest of the episodes also, on Beaver Creek, I've been to Colorado, and it's also beautiful, and they did an excellent job painting the settings really well. So, but Portland for me.
I like episode 1 too. I mean, the forest and the traveling, all the rivers, the lakes. I think that was really cool. So I like Seattle. We're actually in Seattle right now.
Indeed, yeah.
So I did visit it, but yeah, I gotta go with Seattle.
Music is such a vital component of the games, and people they love those soundtracks so much. And the guys at Dontnod, they put together such an amazing soundtrack. But in terms of your guys' music tastes, what do you listen to the most, would you say?
First off, I'm just gonna say the soundtrack in Life is Strange 2 is phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
When I play the game, I'm always vibing out to that music.
It's beautiful,
It is.
tracks, yeah.
But if I had to go with my favorite, I like any music. I mean, I listen to a lot of hip hop and rap just because there's a lot of people who do listen to it now, but I'll go with, my dad's classic rock, Led Zeppelin, same. It's just I'll listen to anything pretty much.
I enjoy listening to what's new, what's different, but I've definitely, on my time of just enjoying myself with music, it's definitely the classics. I'm an old soul, so I like all like Queen, yeah, Guns N' Roses, anything from the 70s onwards up to the 2000s. That was when the music was real good.
Speaking of Queen, have you seen Bohemian Rhapsody yet?
Yes.
I have.
What are your thoughts?
It was amazing. I liked it.
Out of this world, yeah. I mean, Rami Malek did an amazing performance, and the way they handled it all. They could have done other stuff, and let's just say it was very Hollywoody, and they could have touched other subjects, but overall it was an amazing film.
I think the final scene where it's the Live Aid concert is just incredible.
Your hair's up, yeah, everything.
Life is Strange as well has quite a lot of meme culture involved in it and some little like Easter eggs and hidden jokes and stuff. Do you have a favorite meme?
I honestly don't know. There's so many out there. Memes are so big now. I mean, it's hard. It is hard.
For me personally, it would be Shocked Pikachu. It's a great reaction for anything, where Pikachu face is just like...
Oh, there's a shark puppet.
A shark puppet?
Yeah, and he like screams with like a very high-pitched scream. It's super funny.
Okay.
But I think I'll just go with that.
I was actually very surprised when I saw that a lot of fans create memes of the game, like of Life is Strange. And I was like, oh, there's a bunch of stuff here. And I started looking at it, and it was quite funny. And I really appreciate it when like fans, you know, become creative and just create new stuff out of, you know, what they have. And so I gather all of this guy's memes that he did, like small clips and videos, and I posted it because like I thought they were just so funny. They were really worth sharing. I can't remember his handle, but yeah, I shared it on my Instagram, and there's like a compilation of all the ones he did. He did like a small little teaser trailer before episode 4 came out, but with like mixing a lot of pop culture references with like the Avengers and stuff, and with really well, great music, really well done.
So I got a question for you, Roman. Daniel has telekinesis, of course, but if you were to have a power in real life, and you could have, let's say you could have 3 powers, you're a massive superhero. What 3 powers would you have?
Daniel's power.
Okay.
I suck at pronouncing the name of it. Telekinesis.
Telekinesis.
I think I said it right, but yeah. Daniel's power. I'd like to be invisible, and I'd like to fly.
Okay, good selection. You'd be unstoppable. I love that. And now a question for you, Gonzalo. So your character, Sean, in episode 1, we find out that he was like a track star. He really loved running. Do you have any personal favorite sports yourself?
At one point, I really liked rugby. I really liked soccer. But right now, I'm not really playing many sports. The one like physical activity or sport, yeah, you could call it a sport, that I like doing right now is CrossFit. And I also really appreciate like everybody like cheering for you even though they don't even know you, or you cheering for someone you don't even know when all they're trying to do is like a couple more reps. I don't know, I just find that very exciting and very compassionate of people just getting together to cheer on for the person to finish all the way.
Thank you very much for sitting and chatting with me. It's been awesome getting to know you guys, not just your characters. And thank you guys for watching at home. And we will see you guys in another Life is Strange 2 video. Bye!
Bye.